Hey everyone, so my name is Adam Riemer. I'm from Adam Riemer Marketing. We do a ton of SEO work, ethical affiliate management, and I've had sites that I've been monetizing for over a decade now. I have about 20 active ones that I continuously test. So here's some of the stuff that I do with my own sites, some places that a lot of people don't usually monetize at, and some missed opportunities. And if you're an affiliate manager or a network, these are some spaces that you can actually give to your partners to help them monetize their traffic as well. Never done this presentation like this in 20 minutes, so if I'm going too fast, stop me after the show and we'll just try and we'll catch up. I can show you examples and we can go into more detail. So let's see if we can get this working, and it's not working, so we'll go with the computer if I can figure out how to make it work. There we go. So we're going to go over traditional placements on your site. Your newsletters, traditional channels, sponsored posts, are they good or not? JavaScripts to monetize, is there an actual SEO risk? There's a little quote from Matt Cutts about that. So you have your traditional placements on your website, which is your header, your sidebar, the footer, under your title tags, and your author box. Then common tools people use are your heat maps, Crazy Egg, and Mouseflow. They're really awesome tools. You have AF-track parameters that you can place under your links to start to test what sales are coming from what posts and where. You have link shorteners. Now, one thing you need to be cautious of with link shorteners in affiliate marketing is some of them, because they're free, have to monetize, so they use affiliate links as well. And in one case, we found an affiliate in one of my programs that was using a specific link shortener, and it was actually replacing that affiliate's cookie with their cookie. So that affiliate, well, we instantly kicked the monetization tool out when I took over, and that affiliate now had $40,000 a month in sales that affiliate didn't know they were generating from their YouTube videos. So be cautious with the plugins and the tools you use, especially if you have a WordPress site. A lot of plugins that are free or don't get donations will monetize with affiliate links. So if you have those, your links can be replaced, or if those get clicked, the links from those plugins, guess what? They're going to take your commissions. So you need to know how your tools monetize, and it's important to pay for them if you really, really want them. Just like little things that come to my head as I'm reading through the slides, sorry. I wrote them while I was at another show a couple weeks ago. Try new merchants, and then there's different tools. We're gonna get through this boring stuff and get into like the good stuff in a second. So you can also use different tools to test your ad space. There's Ad Sanity, which Syed recommended earlier. I've used Ad Rotate, which is pretty good. Okay, so here's some examples. So we have placements on your site. Sidebar ads, they're not really gonna work for you. But how many of you have an author box on your blogs or your websites, or an About Me? How many of you include links inside that place? Okay, so here's the thing. My posts are like, wow, I didn't swear. This might be the first session to make it through without doing that. But if someone actually makes it through all of your content to that bottom, they're gonna be too lazy to scroll back up, or if you mention a brand a bunch of times, they're gonna go there. Plus, if you say something like, you recommend that specific product or service, guess what? You have them hooked if they made it through your content. And that author box gets about 10 times the amount of click-throughs as even the actual content I have itself. It's the most powerful space you can have, and a lot of people underutilize it. But that's still like a really boring spot. We're gonna get into some better stuff. So email campaigns. Do you guys use newsletters and email? No one is here, we'll skip it over. Okay, cool, we have some people. So you have your spaces. There's the header in the newsletter, there's the footer in the newsletter, then there's the inside spaces. You can also include a link inside it. But where people often miss their newsletter monetization, what happens when somebody signs up for your newsletter? They get redirected back to the landing page, they get redirected to another page, or it resets. During that time, the transition time, you can easily show an ad there. You can build impressions for an advertiser that's looking for branding. You can sell that space off to someone else. By the way, now that you've subscribed, I have this friend that also has a similar type of content or a complimentary service. You can actually trade space to grow your newsletter lists with them there, and brands love this space because if somebody's actually opting in at their own free will to your site, they trust you and they want your stuff, so that's very valuable for a brand if you want to sell that space. The next thing, what happens when somebody opts in? They get an email. Are you sure you wanted to opt in? Or thank you for subscribing. That's a great place to also include your ads. Someone was saying you can't send Amazon links via email. Well, that page right there through the redirect and the landing page after is a great space for them as well if you have your own products there or something that's relevant. I always monetize the crap out of my thank you for signing up, and I get a decent amount of sales for it. It's great. The next place, your newsletters get archived on either your own site or on your email service provider. That's a perfect place for you to sell ad space and to have impressions. It indexes in the search engines if you make it crawlable, and you can constantly drive passive income. As people are looking, you know, I got this newsletter that had all this great information. Where did I find that? They could do a search, they can go back to it, and now they're gonna find that content again, and you have your ads there. So you can get extra impressions for your CPMs and everything else. If you have a large list, that's very valuable space. So here's a couple of examples that I just threw together with. So Cobbler's Kids, my Adam Riemer marketing newsletter list, it's a disaster, the design and everything. But you can see I actually do monetize every single part of it. I hate losing money and I hate missing out on money. And this is all stuff that's relevant to my audience. So when I do actually have the opt-in, are you interested in affiliate marketing? Are you interested in link building and SEO? Are you interested in adware and theft prevention? So depending on which one you're gonna opt into is which ad is gonna automatically be served to you, and it's gonna be relevant to you. So there's certain tools that I use, and if you had signed up for my SEO newsletter list, you would have gotten a Raven or an Upcity, or you would have gotten, I'm eventually now going to be promoting SpyFu, and I'm gonna be promoting Authority Labs. So you're gonna be seeing Authority Labs inside my newsletters as well. Okay, on your accounts, are there any questions on that? I actually have a giant post with about 20, 30 more spaces on newsletters that are often missed. Okay, cool. So social media. So you can use wording and reactions. I do swear a lot, but I do it when there's an actual reason. You gotta do it classy. You don't just say, what an effing C word or something. That's not cool. But if you say, I effing love this on Facebook, and it's more of a group like your community, it's gonna capture attention and eyes. And you don't want to do it overboard, but when you do it, you can double and triple your click-through rates. If you don't normally use anagrams like LOL or something like that, when you do use those, it kind of stands out in people's eyes because it's not what they're normally used to seeing. Okay, so sharing buttons. This one's a good one. What happens when you tweet something out from your blog? If you did a product review, for example, what I do with my personal sites is I have two links that go out. One that says read more about this product, and then one that says pound ad for my disclosure because it is going onto a social media site. And then I have a shortened link that's actually an affiliate link. So now as that's shared, people can go to my website and they can click through and shop right there. So now they have the option. And because it's set into the settings of my Twitter share, my Facebook share, and everything else, every time one of my readers or every time one of my fans goes and finds it, or every time a website visitor shares, guess what? My affiliate link's out there with the disclosure, now getting exposure to all of their audience every time. They don't actually have to click through. It's right there on Twitter. It's getting exposure to everyone's ads. Same with a bunch of other social sites. It really doesn't matter. Sorry, trying to rush through a little bit. If I'm going too fast again, just let me know. You can slow it down. We already went over, be careful of your URL shorteners. Okay, products and storefronts, we can skip that. Label. Okay, so this is a good one. With Facebook, if you're gonna upload multiple images, so a lot of people like to say, which one do you prefer? Do you have X, Y, or Z product, or A or B? Well, when you upload that to Facebook or you share, those images are no longer tagged, only the post is. So what you need to do is you need to click on each of the images and you re-upload all of your tagging to it. Now, there's something I like to do that's just kind of fun. Whenever I'm promoting an affiliate program that's also good for my friends, so I may actually sit there and say, here's a cool SEO tool that I use and I love. They also have an affiliate program here if I'm using a 2-tier link. What I do is actually add parameters onto those. And they'll be specific to the 2 images or the 3 images or the 4 images, and I track how many click-throughs come from each image and how many sales came from each. Now I can gauge this image specifically has generated more affiliate signups, and this image specifically generates more sales. By doing that, you can actually say, okay, now if I'm gonna really recruit affiliates through this, what I can do is use this type of imagery because it's generating better results, and if I wanna drive sales, I can do that. Now I can actually take that to the affiliates in the program if I'm managing it, or I can send it to the affiliate manager. By the way, these are the colors, this is the font, this is the type of image that your specific types of affiliates may be looking for, so you wanna incorporate it into your own recruitment banners, your own recruitment emails, and everything else. As an affiliate, If you're promoting products, you want to know, is my audience reacting better to blue or red or green? What types of fonts, what type of messaging? So by having the different pictures and tagging them each individually with a parameter, now you actually have that data and you know how to better drive results in sales or driving interaction and engagement. And it's really, really easy to do. It only takes an extra second. Make sure to add in unique descriptive images. Okay, so with Pinterest, are you guys using that? Good. Wow, some people aren't. Basically with Pinterest, there's some shady things you can do, which I don't recommend. If people allow their accounts to be edited, you can replace the visit website URL and the origin URL. It is possible to do with some accounts and put your own links in. Very shady, you'll have bad karma, don't do it. But the reason why I'm telling you that is so you can check your own. I found a couple of my links replaced. So I was like, well, that's not cool. That person's site no longer ranks in the search engines either. Yeah. But what I do with Pinterest, if I want things to stand out, I think about what's going on right now. At Halloween time, everything's orange and black, usually Thanksgiving as well. So as I'm going out, what colors contrast to that? You have blue and you have green. So instead of posting, look at this beautiful blue, or look at this beautiful like orange pumpkin souffle I made. No, I'm gonna throw up a blueberry like tart that looks like a witch or something. The reason is if everything's orange and black, you want yours to stand out. And in that feed, you're gonna have a color that pops out and stands out from everything else, and you're gonna attract more eyeballs in theory. It works with me. Some people haven't had the same success, but it actually can help you to stand out and drive more engagement with your pins as it's showing up in your followers' feeds. So here is where you go and you do some of the tagging and for Twitter as well, another place you can make money is you can actually recommend you follow someone else. You can sell that space, you can sell it to a brand. The top image is where you do that. I'm used to like walking around and it's weird. Not good at standing out here. Here's where you tag each thing individually. This was a wine post I did where I wanted to recruit affiliates and sell the glasses. Everything's tagged unique, and unfortunately, because there's 4 images, the only thing that had an actual link on it was the post. So I had to click on all of the images and I tagged them each individually. And now I know what's gonna sign up affiliates and what's gonna drive sales. Targeting Facebook ads. You know, we're actually out of time pretty much. So, are there any quick questions? Or do you guys want me to keep going? Okay, sorry. Okay, so we did that a little bit. Share from your... What? Oh, sorry. Okay, targeting Facebook ads. Facebook is awesome for this. So is LinkedIn. You can actually go in, is the person gay? Is the person straight? You can get their median income. You can get, if they've been engaged in the last 3 months, if they got engaged 6 months ago, you can get lifetime events. You can get if they're expats from Pakistan and only target that. I use this for link building like crazy. Okay? What I do is I do journalists and I even get .gov links. I don't target senators. I target their chief of staff because they're the one who knows what the senator is going to want to share and they're the one who's going to send it over to their followers. So the chief of staff all of a sudden finds XYZ about this cause. Oh, that'll be great on our Twitter feed. You might not get the .gov all the time, but what's going to happen is Q follows senators' Twitter accounts, bloggers, journalists, and the media. So all of a sudden I'm in Huffington Post. All of a sudden I'm in all this other stuff and they pick it up. And it costs me $1 to get about 30 of those backlinks in news sites. It's an amazing tool. You can also really, really target your audience. You can also continuously bring back your own fans by uploading your email list. So I always start with gender, then I go into the household income. Why is that on 2? Oh no, household. Do they own or do they not? Are they renting? Then I go into their income. Then I do city and state. Depending on what you're using, you can sometimes go into zip codes. Then I do the job titles. I love job titles. It's just such a great way to hit the right people. Or the companies they work for. So if I just wanted to serve ads to executives at XYZ Corporation, I could do that. And if you really want a specific one, what you do is you also do it by gender and by age range. So you set the age range between 44 and 45. If you know they're between 44 and 45, and then you have everything female if it's a guy. And now you're only going to show it to that person because he's the only one at that company that meets that description and has that type of job title. So now you hit your exact one-person audience and you landed a client or whatever you wanted to do. Education level is a great one because you can start to go off of income. If you go with the gay type and the, or whatever they're into, at that point, you know it's a dual income and you can really cater to them. There's just so much you can do with social media targeting. Do you want me to continue on that or move? We got about 1 minute. Sorry. This is where I talk about the bad karma on Pinterest. So these are some of actual pins that I make money with currently. That nice little knife holder guy sells like crazy. I target people that recently got divorced, ended a relationship, or people that are just getting married. I have a lot of different posts written for brides-to-be as a gag housewarming gift from bridesmaids, stuff like that. It sells great. There's also a Star Wars knife holder that's really cool, and that one does great, especially around Comic-Con people. So they're ready to spend money and they want to have the next coolest thing. So you sell that to the vendors, they start buying it to sell at the comic conventions, or you can actually just get it as gifts for your friends at Comic-Con. You want to stand out, you want to send them the cool thing, here's some geek gear for you. It's perfect. RSS feeds, you can place ads in between them in the posts. You can feed native ads. Google used to have a service, but I'm pretty sure it's gone now. Placing static ads in the header. How many of you actually have analytics installed on your RSS feed pages? Those things are really highly generated in traffic. If somebody doesn't care, a lot of big brands just want to waste money. I had one that said, we have to spend $2 million today to be able to keep our budget. And I was like, there's nothing I can do for you except give you some spammy sites with a ton of bots. Throw them on your RSS page because that gets hit all the time and will drive the impressions they need. They're happy because they keep their budgets. It's not nice to do, not ethical, but your RSS feed could have legit subscribers. One of my blogs I found out was actually pulling the ads from my RSS feed and feeding it into their very high traffic site, and that's time. Thank you.